Caught my wife sending boudoir pictures to another man. I Ken age 49 have been married to my wife Jean age 52 for close to 8 years. For some background, I moved in with her about 10 years ago. I resisted moving in, but over time she talked me into it. Just before I moved in, she wanted to make it clear that as male friends who she will hang out with and without me. To be clear, I'm a bit insecure about this, but I agreed. The very first night I had there, I went to bed alone. I did not understand that, but I didn't make a big stink. A few times she had guys over while I was in bed in the next room. Once again, I didn't care for this, but I already agreed. Fast forward 2 weeks, I was off training at my new job and had to go to midnight shift. One night I forgot my phone at home and a female friend of mine called. She confronted me when I got home. This woman lives 2 hours away, mind you. My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, didn't like it. I had to ask, how is it okay that the different guys who all less than 15 minutes away can come here whenever, but I can't speak to a woman on the phone who lives 2 hours away? You might have guessed hangouts with friends of the opposite sex ended right there and then. Not long after I moved in, our sex life slowed down. We never really had that new connection excitement. Things she would sexually prior to me moving in ended. She likes a very vanilla sex life. We had plenty of arrangements about it. Things just weren't anyway like I hoped they would be. 2 years in, we got married. Was never sure about it, but I have a hard time hurting people. So I went along. We moved to a new house right around the same time we got married. Now just recently, March 2024. My wife went to town for a doctor appointment but was gone all day. I tried calling and texting a few times but no answer. I thought this was odd. I was a little upset, but I got over it. After this, I just noticed some odd behavior. She was just acting differently. Fast forward a few days, she called me from her work phone asking me to bring her cell phone. I told her I would. Now I know people on these things say you shouldn't look at your partner's phone. I'm going to say I disagree. I looked in her text and saw a name I didn't know. I clicked on it to see she was sending boudoir pictures that she had done supposedly for me to this guy, asking if he want to meet up and to think about it. He didn't say anything but did heart the pictures. My heart hit the floor. The pain was unreal. I took her phone and showed her I know what was going on, then left. I started packing my stuff knowing it would be easier since she wasn't there to get in my way. She sent texts saying he's just a friend and that it was a mistake, crying the whole time. I wasn't responding. After I grabbed my stuff, I went to my mom's. I spoke with friends, never feeling more hurt and betrayed. She freaked out when she got home to see my wedding band on the table and my belongings are gone. She was losing her mind, telling me she loves me and nothing was going on and it just looks bad. The next day at my mom's, I heard all day with bouts of crying. At the end of the day, I weakened and called her back saying maybe we can work it out. She was thrilled and wanted me to come home right away, but I waited for the next day. I told her we're going to have to start slow and see how things go. The minute I got there and we had sex right away, ignoring everything I just said. I realize I could have said no, but I was feeling weak. Nothing really changed like we discussed, sex life still slow and somewhat boring. Life basically just back to the way it was before I caught her. We get into arguments and I have brought it up, and her questions is always, why can't I just let it go? Well, now it's been a few months and I started a new job recently. One of my coworkers got his girlfriend a job. After a few weeks, my coworker found out his girlfriend was sending topless pictures to another one of our coworkers. I told my wife about the drama and she referred to the girl as a stupid bitch. I right there and then said, that's exactly what you did. She comes back and says, well, at least my boobs were covered. I said you were in full lingerie, and that she started the conversation while the girls did what she did after being contacted. The problem now is I'm having way worse depression and anxiety than when this originally happened. Every time I try to talk to my wife, she asks why I don't just let it go. She'll start crying to the point I'm consoling her. I get no stress relief, and I just started to see a counselor and taking different medications prescribed by a doctor. I'm starting to think I should have never come back. I hurt every day.